All right, it's Therapy Thursday. You know how we get down. We answer any question, and we really try and do it right.
We do. We do our best.
We don't take it lightly. I mean, being Dr. Davi is a responsibility.
It's tough, man. You know, keeps me up at night.
Being Meredith MD really has kind of like the weight of the world on her shoulders.
I want to know all the gossip.
And being Orlando BGYN means my stirrups are here for you.
Ooh.
All right, so whatever question you got, whatever topic, we can get it in, whether it's a text or a call. We got this in from Rhonda Holder, and I wanted to make sure this was the first one. It says, Happy New Year. I have a question. My 12-year-old son wants to change his name. He wants to change his name to Tom. His name is Samir.
Oh, okay.
All right, his birth name. He is so serious. He uses fake names when he orders food or if someone asks him his name and it's getting out of hand. He hates his name, I guess like some grown-ups. In Florida, it's $119 to change your name and as an adult and $89, I guess, as a kid. Find out if your listeners, A, would let their child change their name if they adamantly hated it. Would you allow them to make that change? And secondly, see if they like the name Tom.
Yeah, I think
Tom's good.
I think I would. I would allow it. Maybe not at the age of 12. I think you need to live with it just a little bit longer.
Why? If you're going to let them change
young.
it, what's wrong with 12?
You know how many dumb ideas you had when you were 12? Like,
That's
I want to
true.
be a Ninja Turtle. You know what I'm saying? It's just totally different.
I wonder how long he's wanted to go by Tom. And not just that, not just Tom. How long he's wanted to change his name. How long has he not liked Samir? And then when did he settle on Tom? Is this something that, like, in a year he could want to be Ryan or something else?
But how about the fact of just if you name your child, because you pick a name that means something to you. You went and got the books. You know your grandmama's culture or whatever. You tried to pick something that was an homage to your family. And your kid, you know, who you've taken care of for 12 years, pops up and is like, sorry, I know you like calling me, you know, Beauregard, but I want to be called Ricky. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't have the room, like to have the story and have the whole air of the family. So is that a disrespect to your family? Is it? Because a lot of people got names that they didn't want, but they got it because it was grandma's name.
Yeah, like was your grandfather name Samir? Or is this just a name that really doesn't mean that much? It's not like it's your last name. If it was trying to change your last name, that's different. Your first name.
You name your child. You get ready to have a child, and you name your child something that means something, and you totally... Manuel.
Why?
I don't know. The first name that came
because it means something real.
It means something to me.
Manuel. All right, so if you name your kid...
My name's Mike.
Yeah, and he's like, nope, call me Mickey. Are you going to allow that?
No, I don't think I would. I think we could respect your wishes to like that as a nickname, but to go and legally change it, I don't think so.
It's a lot
I don't
to
think
do.
so, Manuel.
Yeah, Manuel. You want us to call you Tom? We'll call you Tom in the backyard, but you're going to be Manuel.
Is this one of those things that maybe just wait till you're 18
Yeah,
to do?
wait, give it a little bit of time. You might end up liking it because a lot of people go through this. Maybe I didn't really love the name Meredith growing up, but now I appreciate it more.
Okay,
Stop
so how
looking
about
at me.
Appreciate it or you like it?
No, I like it now. It took a little bit of time, though. Hey, just because you don't like my name.
I love your name. I'm just saying, but it is kind of 80 years old.
80 years old?
Meredith.
Yeah.
Meredith, Maggie, Marge, all of those are pretty much 80-year-old names.
Wait, you want me to be called Stacy or Brittany or Candace instead?
Do like Samir. Pick another name. If you had to pick another name besides Meredith, what would it be?
Kiki.
See? Because Drake ain't singing about no
Right,
Meredith.
exactly.
All right, so Rhonda, how about this? Like everybody said, talk to Samir and say, hey, you know, if you want to change your name, I think that's something you should do at 18. If you still want to do it, I'll even pay for it at 18.
Yeah.
But
Nicknames
right
are
now,
cool.
You got to be Samir. There you go. All right? That we can gavel that.
Yeah.
All
I got
right?
one that says, hey, freaks, I have a bit of an issue with my boyfriend in the bedroom. My boyfriend can't physically perform the way I want him to. I've been okay with it since the beginning, but now I want to experiment, but I don't want to hurt him. I brought this up multiple times, but I feel like he's self-conscious about it. She didn't go into what she wanted to experiment with.
I feel bad because I'm going to have to agree with Davi because Davi
Why
has
do you say
said this.
that?
Because I don't like to. I don't like to. I try not to. I go to church and I pray like, please, Lord, lead me away from Davi's opinions. Amen. But Davi has always said, don't make a concession at the beginning because you didn't like it at the beginning. He didn't satisfy you at the beginning, but you overlooked it, and then it came back.
Yeah.
And so realistically, as much as I like to see a dude, overcome issues, the issue was there. You just didn't care because you was in that euphoria, and now that
thought it would get better,
and it didn't get better, and so now you're kind of stuck.
Things usually don't get better in the bedroom over time, by the way.
Right, because
Yeah.
then
If
you
you have
get
an issue in the
tired, and
beginning-
the new car smell is gone,
Yeah.
and now you just smell like icy hot. It ain't sexy.
Well, that's
no
why
more.
it's important to try out these things before, commitment for a lifetime.
So what do you do?
Well, if it's not going to get any better, I need somebody in the bedroom that can hold their weight. So, that's
Let,
just
let it go. On to the next.
On to the next. Break up this happy home.
Does that sound mean?
Yeah.
No.
Break up and you leave all the people that can't sex out there by themselves. Now, how sad is
if
that?
he's not listening to you, you're not enjoying yourself in the bedroom. He feels self-conscious. You can try it. You can go to sex therapy if you want to, if that's really what you want to do. But, he's just a boyfriend, and boyfriends can be replaced.
It's one of the biggest relationship issues that people have. If it leads to so much more, it leads to self-confidence issues, and he don't really like me like that, and then you start to resent that person.
Yeah.
And get out while you can.
Well, here's the deal. You will tell him, hey, there's nothing more sexy than somebody who can listen to their lover. So I'm telling you what I need. You got to listen to me, and that'll be the sexiest thing ever.
And put it on him one last
What?
real good
Get
time
it,
Before you
girl.
break up with him.
Yeah,
Go.
before you break that man
Yeah,
heart.
hey, take him in your doggy bag. All right, Therapy Thursday is going on. Big shout out to Shayla out there. Scrubs in the 863 checking in. Good morning. What we got?
Before I read the one that came in out the 813, there's one that says, speaking of the name thing, it says, my name is Tristan. I'm a girl. My mom named me after a guy named Tristan Rogers on General Hospital. I absolutely hated it because it was a boy's name and people would assume that I was a boy from it. So I told everyone my name was Trish from middle school up until a year ago, 32 years old, when my mom finally told me it bothered her. Now I introduce myself as Tristan, but we still talk ish about how I got the name.
From General Hospital?
Yeah.
Wow.
She must have been a big fan.
I
yeah,
mean,
seriously.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Text that came in and says, my wife cannot stick to a budget. It's bad. We have talked about bills, expenses, money coming in, money coming out. We agree on numbers to spend every week, but then nothing changes. I've tried to make reasonable adjustments, but she spends much more than our weekly household budget. I don't know where to go from here. Nothing is changing. I have tried.
Take that debit card and credit card and go ahead and cut it up. You're not responsible enough to help out this household. You're not mature enough to help out with the house. You're just going to keep
You're going
putting
to
us
cut
in
her
debt.
debit card up?
I don't know if that's going to work.
I don't. It may not be.
You can't ground your wife.
You get cash in the envelope on Monday. Once
Right.
it's gone, it's gone.
You're moved to allowance. No more credit cards for you.
What else are you going to do? This woman is putting your whole entire family into debt. You can't keep things on track. It's not like, oh, I need to go get a Manny and maybe like $80 here or there. I mean, we could financially have a huge crisis going on here.
I can't imagine a woman walking into the kitchen and seeing her cards cut up, but $20 of allowance sitting next to it in cash. Like that would kill you, because she would literally kill you.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Maybe
you can't.
you deserve
You
it.
can ground have a communication. We talk about it a lot. Communication is key. Sit down and make sure that you're selling the fact that we have limitations. Maybe she thinks there's a reserve that is there that ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's like, I know we ain't got it, but we got it. You're like, no, we really don't. Because a lot of people
She
don't
knows.
understand finances and just think there's a well. I mean, I haven't made any bones about the fact that finances was a part of why my marriage ended. And it was because of our perception of it. I knew what we had. She was thinking there was much more. So, you know what I mean? Like, it was just like, hey, it's going to be there. It's going to be there. And I'm like, wait, but we have to plan. And our communication the lack of it was the problem.
Yep.
So communication is key. If you don't have it, let her know. But let her know why you're making these rules so that she doesn't think you're just doing some sort of power trip. You know what I'm saying? And I think the communication
so
would be
don't
key.
cut the credit cards up.
But she's not listening, though.
Yeah.
He said he talked about money coming in, money coming out.
But you can't give up. If you're giving up, I gave up, but I gave up with the paperwork. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if you're going to get divorced and just like you can't take it, then walk away. But if you want to be there, never give up on the conversation, because at some point the light bulb is going to go off.
Yeah.
Now, is it because your Tico has off? Because now we can't pay bills? It got to be in there somewhere.
She needs one of those secured credit cards that has like a $400 limit, and then, oh man, my card got declined at the pub. Hey,
That is
gotta do.
embarrassing.
we'll read up on Monday.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, it's hard to say it, but you need an allowance.
Damn.
Let's change it from a budget to an allowance. You can use it. You get a new allowance on Monday. That's what it is. All right, what we got?
Out of the 727 Good Morning Freak Show, I have a question about my spouse of 11 years. Not to go too far into detail, but physically, he is not attracted to me anymore. I think it's maybe been 5 years since we have done any type of intimacy towards each other. Because of my weight, it seems as though he had no attention to me, and he had mentioned it before. I love him, but I need to be appreciated at the same time. What should I do? Want to save your marriage?
I mean, are you still committed to him? If you're committed to him, then, again, talk about it, but find out. Don't guess. Don't be guessing that it's your weight. You know what I'm saying? Have a conversation. Somebody just talked about the sex thing that we were talking about before, about the issue about satisfaction.
Yeah.
And they said they had the uncomfortable conversations. I'm paraphrasing it because I don't have it pulled up. But they said we had the uncomfortable conversations, and now our sex is incredible.
Yeah.
So it takes a little bit of discomfort to get to the good part.
Yes,
So
for sure.
instead of guessing, have a real conversation with him and find out, because it might not be what you think. Men are attracted to our women, but we also show it differently. Love languages and all of the stuff that we've talked about before.
Yeah.
So sit down and have a real conversation with him and say, listen, I feel this way. And he can assure you of what he's thinking instead of guessing. Usually when your guesses are going on, they're a little bit worse than what's real.
And you know what else is attractive is trying. Like if the weight, let's say the weight is an issue, you don't have to get down to what you were in college or whatever, but putting that effort forward and like, all right, well, if it's bothering you, I'm going to make some changes. I'm going to watch what I eat. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to be active, take a walk. Just putting
That's
in
sexy.
that effort, it shows that like, okay, you see a problem. You see maybe it's a problem with me, but you trying to make it better. I appreciate that, and that's sexy.
That's
I will
turn on.
also tell you that if you noticed, I don't know if she's gained a lot of weight, but if you notice that you have a weight shift, there is a little bit of a reset in the passion department with weight, because anybody it's hard to get certain places when you're chunky, when it's extra, you know what I'm saying? You have to know how to move your body.
You have angles.
And you got angles,
Positions that you prefer.
stuff that might not be his wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, I don't even know how I get to it. Like,
Where is it?
Where is
I can't find it.
I can't, drop breadcrumbs to get out. Like, I can't. It's real.
Yeah.
Big girls got to do it a certain way, and if you ain't been big long, you might not know how to get there.
Oh.
That's a real thing.
I never thought about that.
It ain't just
I never heard of
that
that.
keeps guys away from it. Some dudes are intimidated by a bigger lady.
Yeah.
Because they hey, it is what it is. All right. So, we're wrapped. It's 8:42. All right, that's your Therapy Thursday.
Thanks.